Hello friends, welcome back to Shiva School. I'm Pratap Bosle. Welcomes you to our sixth lecture in the zoology lecture series. Okay. In the last lecture, we have completed up to the nucleus, and from this lecture, we will study about the endoplasmic reticulum. Actually, the important function of the endoplasmic reticulum can be said to package and process the proteins which are synthesized along with the ribosomes. Okay, but in this lecture, we will study about the structural part of the endoplasmic reticulum along with some other functions of it, important functions. And the much detailed lecture on the protein synthesis will be our next lecture when we will study about the ribosomes. Okay. Before that, those who wants to have an previous year question paper bank of last 22 years UPSC questions. They can go on Amazon and download this book. The link of this book I will share on the description below. And this is my website where I will join launch my next courses and test series. And for a group discussion or any queries, you can join my Telegram channel. Okay, so let's start with the endoplasmic reticulum. So if you see here, so endoplasmic reticulum for the question of write a note on endoplasmic reticulum, you need to keep a diagram which will comprise of all the structural part also and even the functional part also. So this diagram actually I have inspired from in book. So if you draw these diagrams, okay, so in this diagram you can also have a structure of endoplasmic reticulum, right? This will be the part of the endoplasmic reticulum representing the rough endoplasmic reticulum along with also smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And other part of the structural part of the endoplasmic reticulum is that inside the cell it is a kind of network or the meshwork which is in contact with the various organelles. Okay, so that would be a structural part of the endoplasmic reticulum, also the functional also. So in it, this endoplasmic reticulum is in contact with various organelles like or various intermediate bodies like this late endosome or early endosome, this peroxisomes, lipid droplets which are formed. And also, it is contacting with the Golgi apparatus. Also, it is in contact with the mitochondria. Okay. So all of this diagram will be your one-stop solution. Like, okay. So if we draw this diagram, you won't require to draw another diagram in a question of 10 marks, which will ask write a note on endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So remember this diagram. So let's have an information about endoplasmic reticulum. So it is the largest membrane-bound intracellular organelle. Right? Out of all the other organelles, as I have said, it is a kind of a network which is spread almost across the cellular cytoplasm. So its area is obviously going to be higher than the even plasma membrane. That is almost 30 times larger than the plasma membrane. And what are the general functions of the endoplasmic reticulum? Are that like the circulation and exchange, circulation and exchange. What it circulates and what it's exchanged. See, there are different organelles, like suppose nucleus and cytoplasm. There are kind of exchange happens along with the in between these organelles, and that medium is the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So also it is also an intracellular transport system. As I have said, it is in contact with the various organelles. This endoplasmic reticulum can also be transport some of the protein cargos from one organelle to the other organelle. Right. So next is the membrane flow. So what is membrane flow? See, membrane flow is basically transport of ions, molecules, and particles into and out of the cells. And how it is actually like something which is synthesized in nuclear membrane, like proteins or some DNA, RNA, that will go through the nuclear pores, then to endoplasmic reticulum, then to Golgi apparatus, then through plasma membrane, it goes to the outside environment. Same would be the vice versa case. So when something comes from out to inside, something from outside to plasma membrane, and it would be endocytosed, and it will be processed in the Golgi, then it will be thrown out. Okay, so this is kind of membrane flow, but this part of membrane flow, right from the nuclear membrane to outside, it is through the endoplasmic reticulum, right? So Next is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. As you know, that endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two parts: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And why it is called as rough? This is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is actually a kind of stack of cisterns or stack of sacs which are around parallelly around this nucleus. Okay, and why they are called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because they have on their membrane the presence of ribosomes. So that's why they look a granular appearance they have possessed, and that's why they are called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, and these ribosomes are bound to the riboflavin receptor, which are present on what endoplasmic reticulum membrane. So let's have an information about the functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Also, the major part of this function will be a diagram and answer on the protein synthesis along with the ribosomes. But that it will be a different part of the a major lecture. And don't worry, when I will give you model answers of these questions, we will have that perfectly balanced answer of 2 page or 3 page. Okay, so don't worry. So you just need to have an right primary information about other functions of rough endoplasmic reticulum along with apart from this protein synthesis part. So what are some other functions are like that? The formation of the primary vesicle. Where are these primary vesicle formed? See, this is the part of a rough endoplasmic reticulum, right? See, it is actually an extended part of this rough endoplasmic reticulum, and it is also called as endoplasmic reticulum export domain. Okay. So, from where the various vesicles or the proteins or enzymes are exported in the form of various vesicles, and out of these, one vesicle is called as primary vesicle, and it has what initially synthesized proteins or enzymes in it. And what these primary vesicles or where these primary vesicles go, they goes to the Golgi apparatus. And into the Golgi apparatus, these primary vesicles are further processed and finally they are transformed into what? Lysosomes. Okay. So this is one of the function of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then the second is it monitors the assembly, retention, and degradation of certain proteins. Okay, so as I have said, when the proteins are synthesized along with the help of ribosomes, then all the assembly of the proteins into a proper utilizable form, all the or if there are some misfolded proteins, then the degradation of those proteins, which could be harmful for the cell if they are come outside. So that is all the degradation of proteins happens in this endoplasmic reticulum. So the next part will be the chaperones and other protein modifying enzymes. So what are these protein and chaperones are that? Actually, they are just actually a modifying or quality control kind of work. Okay, they store some proteins and they just degrade or just modify some proteins to an usable form. So that is those are called as the chaperones and they are present inside the endoplasmic reticulum. Next is the membrane packed proteins formation export, that is the endoplasmic reticulum export domains, which I have already explained. Okay, from this there are various membranes or vesicles formed, and what kind of vesicles are those? That will be the biogenesis and the maintenance of other vesicles like peroxisomes, lipid droplets, Golgi apparatus, and microbodies. Okay. So all of these vesicles are found from this the export domain or the extended part of this rough endoplasmic reticulum, or some also from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, like the lipid droplets found near the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So all of these are basically originated from this endoplasmic reticular membrane, all of these vesicles. And after the organelles, one by one, you will also study about what are the actual peroxisomes, what are the microbodies. Okay. After the protein synthesis and the ribosome structure. So next is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And what it is called as smooth, it is a tubular and it lacks what? It lacks the ribosomes which are present on a rough endoplasmic reticulum. So that's why it appears as a smooth water. Otherwise, it is can be considered as a network of tubules inside the cell. And this networks of tubules also kind of polygonal structures also they form along the polygonal lines. So this is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And there are certain locations where are they abundant or they are present in a more number, that are the endocrine cells where the synthesis of steroid hormones are required, because the steroid hormone synthesis occurs in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So that's why in the endocrine cells they are present in longest large number. Also, the store and release of calcium occurs in the muscle cells, and this store and release of this calcium, the major part is what? Endoplasmic reticulum. So that's why they are in abundant number. So many times you will not find a kind of strict distinction between smooth and rough many times, because there is not a much difference. Like only a difference can be the presence of ribosomes and along with some proteins and enzymes. Most of the part there are some formed out of some basic structure. Okay, so that's why you will find some functions are overlapping with endoplasmic reticulum. But you should also note what are the actually distinction factors or distinction functions of those, because such question can also be asked. Okay, so let's see the functions of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. In the ovaries, testes, and adrenal gland, the steroid hormone synthesis is occur, and that occurs with the help of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So that is our the first function. Next is the liver. Also, there is a kind of site of detoxification site liver. We all know, and that detoxification function was majorly carried out with the help of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And what does it do? Where that it just detoxify the foreign chemicals like phenobarbital or any other harmful chemicals which come inside. That is also a function of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next is the lipid synthesis and the storage. It is also site of triglyceride formation. As we have said, it is in the larger number where are these the triglycerides and the fatty acids are required. So that is because smooth endoplasmic reticulum is a site of also lipid synthesis and storage. Next is the breakdown of fatty acids, synthesis of cholesterol, and the ionic gradients. Sarcoplasmic reticulum of striated muscle stores calcium. So, what does it do along with other functions? Also, it also breaks down the fatty acids, as we have said. It also detoxifies. It also breaks down fatty acids also. And as it forms the lipid synthesis, it also forms the cholesterol inside it. And it also show a kind of ionic gradient inside it. And why the ionic gradient is there? It is because of the presence of the calcium. Okay. As the endoplasmic reticulum is the store of the calcium inside cell, and if you know the, if you have studied the pharmacology subject or some physiology subject, you would know that the calcium has a major role in determining the ionic gradients across the membrane. So that's why that is controlled, or that is uh, adjusted with the help of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next is what the muscle contraction and relaxation involves in the release of calcium, as we have already studied. So that is also the role of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Along with that, smooth endoplasmic reticulum has cytochrome P450 enzymes. And what are these cytochrome enzymes? Are actually these are the detoxifying enzymes which detoxify the endogenous steroids, carcinogenic compounds, and lipid-soluble drugs and other xenobiotics which came from outside. So that is also present inside the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next is the inside environment of this endoplasmic reticulum is a kind of oxidizing environment, right? So it favors the formation of disulfide bond, and this also happens in the rough endoplasmic reticulum also, right? Because the inside environment of this uh, rough and smooth also is kind of same. So this disulfide bond formation is also occurs in the case of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Because of this, what is the this disulfide bond formation? See, whenever there are proteins forms inside the cell, they are stabilized with the help of this disulfide bond formation. If you have not understood, we will study in this in next lecture, because next lecture is on protein synthesis. Okay. So for now, just remember this all the functions. Next is the glycogen synthesis and storage. Okay, so this glucose 6 phosphatase enzyme is actually present inside this smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So that's why the glycogen synthesis and storage is the function of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so the next is the endoplasmic reticulum lumen, is the major calcium storage site. Okay, so this is the functions of with the help of smooth with regard to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So let's see just for once